Hello and welcome to our game of War of the Burning Sky, an adventure path by EN Publishing. We are the Tuesday Knights, and my name is Justin. I am the GM for our game. Let's go through our players.
Hi, I'm Rebecca, and I play Myetharia, the High Elf Fighter Cleric.
Hey, I'm Cassie, and I play Winry, the Tabaxi monk.
Hi, I'm Ryan. I play Rev, the Halfling Thief.
Hi, I'm Stephanie. I play Bryn, the Half-Orc Cleric.
And I'm Rob. I play Jack, the High Elf Wizard. And last time, the Protectors of the Past, that's us, struggled against Ruark and his undead minions. With grit, determination, and teamwork, the friends brought down one of the last of the Terranesti, whose death was interrupted by Myetharia's spell. And on the fallen Ruark's back was the torch of the burning sky. And I almost cracked up because I misspelled Ruark on purpose just to piss you off, and it almost tripped me up.
I'm sure you did.
That's what you get.
Well, my recap was 2 sentences, so it was pretty close.
I think mine was 4.
Ruark was annoying, but Bryn tracked him down as he tried to flee. Cornering him, the group made quick work of killing him, claiming Ruark's black scimitar as well as the torch. Short, sweet,
Mine was
to
more
the
dramatic,
point.
but sure.
Yeah, definitely. I wasn't trying to fight you on that. Short, sweet, to the point, one way or the other. You guys have now in your possession, for the first time, the object of your long search. You were just kind of investigating things, taking a look over the equipment and the items that you have gained after this fight when we called things last time. So I will open things up for you guys.
Well, I would like to grab the torch because I'd like to investigate it.
You grab that somewhat jagged, fire-cracked femur in your hand. Nothing seems to happen immediately.
Okay. Ooh, your poor dice.
You didn't scoot this. You scooted more last time.
Scoot this!
Bobby, is Ruark dead? Or did we save him?
I cast a spell to.
Put a spell on him.
Put a spell on him.
I was going to say that.
And
I will
now
stop
he's
myself.
mine.
I stopped myself.
Can I check his pulse?
Sure. Make a medicine check.
Bryn, can you check his pulse?
No. Ref can check his pulse.
Do it. Do it yourself.
Here, I'll show Rev how to do it.
She'll take his hand.
Aww.
Roll with advantage, Rev.
Wow, his pulse
Hey,
is
there we
I
go.
like
very
we're
fast.
almost dead, and
That's
you're like, well,
yours,
Rab, you
Rev.
put your fingers here.
You said medicine, right?
Yep.
15.
With advantage, if you want.
Oh, yeah, I guess I'll roll with advantage.
Bryn was helping.
15.
He does have a pulse. You are able to successfully find it with Bryn's assistance in locating the carotid artery. Very difficult job. He does have a pulse. He does seem to be breathing. He is, as for all intents and purposes that you can tell, unconscious.
I have an idea. What if one of us who can use sending or message had it talk to him in his brain while he's unconscious?
Can you do that?
Let me see.
I don't know.
Let me think about that.
I could probably also use... Sorry, 1 second. Go ahead. Continue on until I read through all my poisons.
Poison.
I feel like that's not the right application for those.
Poison.
He was just checking if he had a pulse so he could remove it.
Gotta make sure this poison can get to the heart.
I mean, I technically I don't. I think there's nothing that says he couldn't respond, but he's kind of. It's like if you're sleeping and if I message him and he doesn't wake up, to respond to the message. So if he's unconscious, I think there's more of a likelihood that he wouldn't necessarily respond.
I say we do the interrogation old style. I don't know if there's another way around it.
Is there some way that I can... Well, I guess... No, we heard everything the sword said, right? That was established?
She heard it. No one else did.
Because she touched it.
Oh, so then never mind. I won't do that. Alright, then there's no reason for us not to try to wake him up and ask him.
Well,
I'll tie him up.
Okay. You can make
So
a
we tell him
sleight of hand check for me.
Oh, I have an idea.
while she's working on tying him up, I just want to say that I'm kind of like holding the torch and just being kind of quiet. And whenever there's like a lull in conversation, I'll be like, guys, we have the torch.
Take care of it. Our ticket out of here.
Almost seems surreal that it's real.
I kind of felt like we'd be chasing it forever.
It was starting to feel that way.
Feels
Do
like
That's it.
agree.
I'm just
I
knock
do
on
agree
kind
that
of
it feels. I do agree it does feel a bit surreal.
it's like someone was keeping this away from us just to extend out a story.
Are we tying up? Are we tying up Ruark right now?
Yep.
All right.
Winry
Got it.
was.
Winry? Oh,
What'd
I'd
you
like
roll?
to help. I'd like to
12.
help with that.
You can roll with advantage then.
23?
Ties him up to the best of her ability.
Basically doubles it.
And then, right before we wake him up, I want to cast Hold Person on him as well, so he's tied up and he can't finagle anything.
What was that? I see.
Finagle.
I wiggled.
See,
Oh, I was going to
anything-
pin him down with Digby's hand, but I didn't prepare it.
What?
Yeah, but it's
Winry?
pockets. You guys are already.
We already
removed
searched
all
him.
of his inventory.
I want to
at
make sure
this
he
point.
doesn't have, like, tricky things.
You've already made the checks if required
bobby
and
pin,
removed his
A
inventory.
nail
from
file.
him.
Let's just take his pants off to be safe.
It's really the only
Oh,
way.
that's necessary.
It's really the only way.
I'm
He
also
wakes up,
going
why
to-
am I naked?
I'm also going to feed him a truth serum.
Ooh.
Before he wakes up.
Okay.
Yeah, because I certainly didn't
Okay.
prepare some truth.
Well, I think with Zone
Oh.
of Truth, you could choose to just not talk.
Yeah.
Everyone's waving. They're all saying hi. They
I
can't.
waved.
Yeah, she can't hear you though, unfortunately.
Can't hear our
Um,
waves.
But she can see him.
We're so funny,
Really?
honey.
Justin says that, or Rebecca says that Justin gave the biggest wave.
It's true.
Whoa.
Probably because I'm paying the most attention to everyone
Yeah.
else's chat window.
Are we gonna bring him back to the house?
I feel like we should.
Yeah, I think so.
I feel like that would be a good idea. Yes.
Okay. So
Okay.
tied up, bundled up, before you guys have done anything else to him, you drag him the mile that it is almost across the wooded trees. It's a bit of a pain. It's a bit of a hike, but eventually you guys can successfully make your way over there.
Wait, I'll do the ritual for the.
Oh my gosh.
No, I'm doing it. I worked to get this. Tensor's floating disc, so he can just float
okay.
behind us.
Sure. It floats its way along joyously across the roots, making its way, arriving safely at the house with the rest of you.
Just
He is
let it be
tied up.
said that I, as a wizard, made your lives easier just then.
Oh, that was interesting.
And definitely didn't have that ritual before becoming a wizard.
Yeah, I did. Shut up. Anyway.
Well,
I say we toss him down in the hole with Coltongue's body. Make it harder for him to try anything on us.
Wouldn't it be harder for us to hear him?
This
Not
is
that far
not like
down.
that deep of a hole here.
Yeah.
This is like
Yeah, I
hidden
don't-
under the
Sounds like it.
floorboards, basically.
No,
Yeah.
just tie him up
I say we
to
just do it.
something. Okay, fine.
He's already tied up via
Though we
Winry
could-
with Rev's assistance.
but we could do it in the same room that Coltongue is, so, you know, if it comes to him not giving us information, not whether he has the truth serum, you know, we could threaten to revive Coltongue. I don't know.
It's also so poetic.
Yeah, I agree.
Here.
Have him face towards Coltongue as we're questioning him.
Okay.
I'll take Coltongue's head out of my bag of holding and I'll set it like right next to the hole. Just like staring straight at.
Yeah, it's
Rourke.
sightless eyes peering at you all.
Before we wake him up, I use Mage Hand to hold one of his eyes open, so he's like doing this, looking at Rourke.
Oh boy.
All right.
So are we ready now? Are we ready this time?
Yes, yes, I think so.
Justin, slow down, buddy. What are you
Giving him a
in such a
shake?
hurry for?
Attempting to revive him while he's in a hurry because nothing happens. You attempt to wake him. There is no response.
Slap, 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 slap.
There is no response.
That did
Begin
it.
CPR.
But he
Hey, are
still
you
has
okay?
a pulse.
Sorry. That was me clapping in front of his face.
He still has a pulse.
He does still have a pulse.
Perhaps it's some sort
Would-
of other spell that was triggered by his death? Perhaps he was alive before I cast Spare the Dying on him.
It does seem strange. Maybe if we just give him some time, he'll come out of it himself?
Are we really
do
gonna wait?
Do we know that Myetharia was talked to by the sword?
Mm-mm.
No one but her.
Okay.
What time of day is it?
It is early afternoon.
Hmm.
Bryn, do you want to try to heal him and see if that helps?
Okay, let me see here. I'll just do I'll boop him with my mace.
You don't have to mark it as used. Nothing happens.
Hmm.
I gotta go back in because I clicked it before you said
It's
it.
almost like
But thank you.
you can't target it effectively. There is no creature to target.
Would I, with
You can
what
make
I've
a medicine
studied,
check too. I'll just head it
Could I-
off. I know what you're gonna say. Sorry, I should have let you finish.
Could I
it's okay. I was.
make
Oh.
Could I make it like an intelligence check or something, or an insight to know if, based off what Myetharia knows about the sword, if possibly that has something to contribute, like it's taken his soul but his body is alive type thing?
Let's hear what Bryn has to say first, second,
Okay.
and then I'll get
I
to you.
rolled a 26 medicine.
With what you have experienced, first of all, I would say this is an oddity. It is outside of normality, of course. You've undoubtedly never seen its like before. It's almost as though, to use an old saying, the lights are on but no one's home. But in this case, it's like the body is alive but there's nothing inside it.
And would I understand from studying a little bit of soul tapping that that means that there's no soul?
You can make the educated guess of that. Yes, I think that's fair.
I
Myetharia,
think
to answer your question, putting two and two together, You think, despite the fact that Spare the Dying seemed to have some function on his physical body, there is nothing there for you to resurrect or talk to.
Do I
think-
know if I accepted the offer or not that would have any impact?
I believe I sent you everything that you are
Yeah,
supposed to know
yeah.
about the sword.
Oh, okay.
Just talk to the
That's
sword.
my answer.
So after I get
You know?
done examining Ruark, I'll look to everybody and say, I think his soul is gone. There's nothing. That's the only explanation from talking with, like, from when I talked with three weeping ravens and the idea with the soul gems and everything. Like, there's nothing there to receive the healing.
But nothing. We didn't see anything take his soul or touch him or do anything beyond
Yeah,
what we normally see.
I don't know if there's a spell or something that he casts on himself as a failsafe or something. Yeah.
Justin, I'd love to interject here, but I want one more clarification.
Sure.
Do I believe that if I accepted the sword's offer, if I died just one time, and, a revivify spell would bring me back, that it wouldn't? Like in this case.
So, if you die, full die, not just go unconscious and dying, yes, Revivify would fail for you.
That's good to know.
Similarly, just like it says otherwise, Resurrection would fail for you. Like anything that's time-based, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You're locked out, effectively.
Any of those characters that you want to bring it into
I
this
am
campaign?
not one of those kind of players. Myetharia will speak up. I think it's the sword.
Come again?
What do you mean?
I think the sword took his soul.
And the
I
sword,
wanna-
tell the sword to give it back.
I can try. I don't think this sword is as I don't know. I don't think it will listen to me quite so well as Jack's sword.
It's not as loquacious as Parallax.
Yes. Whereas giving.
Wait a moment. Does that mean that the sword spoke to you?
Yes, it did.
And you were going to tell us this when?
When it became relevant, which it has. How long did it take you for you to talk about
earlier
me?
conversation.
Yeah. How long did it take you to speak up finally about your speaking sword?
When it became relevant. Let's not cast stones here.
I don't. I think it was
Let's
after a
stay
lot of
focused on
arm
the task.
twisting. Indeed.
Did it only speak to you when you touched it?
Yes. It simply asked for me to make a deal with it, and I knew without it saying it that if I died, despite all the good things I could get out of it, that if I died, it would be permanent and it would have my soul. So, in correlation, I believe this sword. If you're saying, Bryn, that lights are on but nobody's home, that the sword has taken his soul and his body is somehow alive despite that.
I feel like what you're saying is the sword led its pitch with "I'm gonna have your soul forever." That's a really like not a great way to start a pitch.
It didn't say that. It simply offered me a deal, and I inherently knew through magic what the pros and cons were.
I mean, this kind of.
The very
If that's
dark
the
sword.
case, Myetharia, so Rev, can you just hit Ruark one more time?
Hit him.
I don't think it's gonna do any good.
But just
What do you mean?
turn off the body, let him decay, or else he'll stay this way forever. And
Oh,
then-
yes, I think we should let him
off
go, but
him?
I don't think there's a way to bring him back ever.
Yeah, that's
Get
what
questions
I'm.
from him. Unless you have
Well,
someone
let's-
that can talk to the dead.
Let's not be hasty. Let me at least cast Identify on the sword. Maybe we can garner some information that way.
You're welcome to. Just be careful, or no more taking deals. Not this one, at least.
Yeah, I know how to handle deals. It's cool. I'll use Mage Hand to grab the sword, like take the sword, lay it out in front of me, and then I'll do the ritual for Identify. I'm sure you can tell me just what you told Becca last week or whatever you sent her, but does it seem like the sword is any different from when we initially saw it to now?
What? I'm confused. You think that it's changed since then?
If I remember right, one of the gems was broken on the sword. I guess
I
I'm
see what you're
wondering
saying.
if that's...
One of the gems is missing. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Like there's a spot
Yeah.
for a gem to have been that is no longer there.
How big is this spot?
Golf ball, give or take. I think I follow your train of thought, and similar sizes.
Does one of the diamonds I have look like it would fit in the sword?
Similar sizes. Yes.
It is similar to sword tapping, yes. People who die by this sword can inherently be trapped in it, and I think that's what he did while we were fighting him. That other creature that was fighting us. I'm wondering if he called it from the sword.
So did you want to spend
How
the
many-
full 10 minutes identifying this?
Yeah.
How many gems are left in the sword?
So there are... Let me look, sorry. There are 3 remaining gem slots, or 3 remaining gems within the blade. And then there's the
And
one
one
that's
was
missing.
used, right?
Not that it's used, the actual gem itself is gone.
Missing.
It's like
Okay.
like a missing hole in the blade, basically. By casting Identify on it, you can know that when you pick up the sword, you will be offered a deal or a pact, however you want to phrase that has benefits and a curse. You don't know what the details of that are without being offered it, however. That is part of the effects of trying to grab or like to picking up the sword. But you know that there is a benefit and a curse, so to speak, to this. The last thing that I just sent to Becca that I don't think I ever said last time specifically is there's one additional side benefit of the sword, which is that those gems that are within it, if anyone that's killed with the blade, you can choose to trap the soul of the creature killed with the sword in a gem.
Ooh, that's a Skyrim mechanic.
You mind if I
And
talk? Oh, go ahead. Ask your question first.
I was just going to say, just to clarify, is it clear by like studying the essence of this thing that it is evil?
I don't think that any weapon innately is evil.
Okay.
Hold up a minute.
If you detected good and evil on this item, it would not register as either.
Thank
Okay.
you for saving me a
Fair
spell
enough.
slot.
Well, I'll tell everyone. I'll tell
The other-
everyone what it does.
The other part of that is that this is not a sentient weapon, technically. And so it would not continue to have a conversation with whoever bonds with it.
That's what I
That
was
is just
guessing.
like a recorded voice line,
Yeah,
basically.
So you're not gonna let me RP a whole.
Whole character out of it.
You can
Whole
talk to the sword
threatening.
as much as you want to, but it's not going to respond back.
That's too bad because I had a good threat.
Aw.
But all right, fine. Then I will not do it. I will not bore everybody.
Oh, what was the
RP.
threat?
No, I was just gonna promise to. I said I was gonna have to give up Ruark or we're gonna break it. But I was gonna
Oh.
say it in Rev's voice,
Mhm.
and it was gonna sound a
more
lot
intimidating.
more intimidating.
Little more gravelly. Well, we're not going to get anything out of Ruark. And I don't think it's wise for us to bring Coltung back. So,
Well,
I guess for the time
I'll-
being, let's just put the body down with Coltung so we know where both of them are.
Just throw him in there.
Yeah.
Sounds
dead,
like a good as plan, Annie.
but
Just
but
put
dead,
foot,
right?
foot to face, like lay them on top of sandwich them on top of each other.
Oh, ew.
You guys are
So
killing
it-
me.
It wouldn't actually really work very well, honestly, because of how the coffin is made. There's a lead lining
Size.
between the head and the body, and then
Oh.
it's like to the top. So
Curl them up.
Just wait. Let
you
me
could
take
shove
long
a second
rest.
person in there if you really wanted to, but you can't have like his feet up by the other one's head, so to speak, because
Cut his
there
feet
is.
off.
You'd have to cut his feet off.
Oh my gosh.
Just put him in a
said
fetal.
first.
Can you just put him in a fetal position?
Like I said,
Have him
you could
spoon.
try to
Have him
stuff him
spoon.
in the bottom half if you want to, I guess. It's going to be awkward, but at this point, it really doesn't matter that much.
Yeah,
you
just-
can
all right, he's
stuff
in
him in
there.
there if you want to.
They're stuffed into
Just
it
let-
together. The
Let me
headless
get a long
body,
rest, and
The
I'll
headless
prepare Biggie's
body-
hand and just squish him down in there.
the headless body of Coltung, and husk of a body.
The headless
going
body
to-
of Coltung and the soulless body of Ruark.
Oh.
They were made for
We're
each
not
other.
going to kill him.
Be a sitcom.
Are we not going to
well-
let him die?
What I
Maybe
know,
later.
Justin, like
Maybe later.
in the state that he is, even though he doesn't have a soul, like would I know if any necromantic magic could like
Animate him?
yeah, I guess. Because he is not completely,
Well, either
like decaying
Well,
and stuff like that.
so he
maybe they
will.
could just make him into a zombie, right?
If if something was cast upon him right now, maybe it wouldn't. But nothing is preventing his body from natural decay at this point either. His body will stop pumping blood in the near future,
Okay.
and he will just die out without doing anything. Just wither
Yeah, it's not
away
like his
and become
body's
like
being
decomposed. Yeah.
Well,
no-
yeah, you
no
did spare the
preserving.
dying, which preserves it for.
It
10
doesn't.
days.
No,
Oh, no,
that's a
that's
different
gentle
spell.
repose.
Yeah,
Oh, you're
this
right.
just tries to stabilize someone.
I think I am gentle repose.
Okay, I was confused.
You sure were. I do. I have gentle repose. So we could.
You could, if you wanted to have his body last for 10 days in this state of limbo.
We
Or we
leave
can
here.
just
We have
off
to
with
take
his head.
2 dead bodies with us.
No, we're leaving.
No,
him here.
we're definitely not. Jeez, are we bringing Coltung with us?
No.
You
I
took
think
his head.
We're bringing.
Yeah, I have his. Yeah, it's right here. But
Yeah.
I think all we
put
need
my
is
finger on his lip, and I'll go. I don't know that we should bring my whole body
Jack.
though.
Jack, put that away.
Sorry, that was uncouth. I'll put him back in my coat.
We know where he's at, and we know nobody really else can get here.
Do we want to...
Regardless, though, we have his head.
Yeah.
All right. Should we see
Not
what
to
else is in
sound-
this place?
I think we should rest. I am moments from death.
Oh, I assumed we would have taken a short rest or something, but
You can now.
long rest.
Okay. While they do that, can I
Do
find
what
like a
you want.
shovel or something?
Sure.
Okay. I'm gonna bury Ruark, like at the base of this tree or something. I'm not gonna go all the way back to the cemetery though. That feels more respectful. But I don't know. It feels weird to just let his body just rot away. I don't know. Like, not
Above
that I have
ground.
much respect. Yeah, not that I have much respect for him, but I feel like burying him is the right thing to do.
Well, I hope you're not gonna.
I'll help with that.
I would too.
I hope you're not gonna blood simple him. You're gonna have to off him first.
Oh no, yeah, I
no,
would kill
sorry,
him.
no one's gonna get
I'll
that
actually-
reference.
I'll
Give him a
actually,
boot.
before we all disband, I'll actually grab the sword again and just stick it into his chest because I'm curious. That's considered killing him if he could collect his own soul.
So in this situation, no, because there is no soul to take.
Yeah, I figured. I was
Also, you really
scared.
have to be bonded to it in order to be able to utilize the effect
That's
anyway.
fair. Yep, that's fair.
So let's
No,
let's
that's
bury him.
really-
Let's.
Isn't
You know what though? Let's rest, and then we'll take him back to the grove, and try to bury him with his mother.
Right. As I say, I don't fully need to rest, but that I like that idea.
I don't
We're
need to
all
rest
in-
either, but it sounds like
If we're all
Jack
in this
does.
together. Yeah, we're all in this together.
I
I mean, it's
don't. I
if
think
we
it's
want
just
to go
Jen.
back to, if we want to go back to Siona's lair, that
Yeah,
is
I
in
want
the
to.
right-
I want
the
to check
same
that place
direction,
out.
so-
I want to check out the two places we haven't been to yet. At least Siona's lair. Jack, can you just do a short rest and we can keep going?
Well, also to clarify though, Myetharia, we can bury him and the sword, right? Because we don't.
Yes, I was planning on burying his sword with him. That's the right thing to do.
I don't think anyone should have this
we
sword.
just sell it?
I don't think so either. That feels very risky, Winry. I don't really want anyone with this sword. I mean, it's powerful, but it also may not be evil with Jack's spell. It may not be evil, but it's dark. It has dark purpose behind it. If you die, it takes your soul. I don't know.
Here.
Yeah, a weapon like this has a serious responsibility and serious consequences for the wielder. I don't think we want to let that place on the open market.
Yeah.
It would.
I mean, would you want one of our enemies with this in their hands, facing off against them? This is a poor.
I mean,
way to put it.
technically,
Well,
we
if we're being honest, Ruark was only tough because of the zombies. So I mean, you know,
He was only tough because of that crazy bow and arrow.
um.
All right.
So to answer your question, I don't have. I'm lacking a few of my higher level spells, but I think I do still have some hit dice, so we can take a short rest.
I can probably help you too.
Let's take a short rest. I don't think we need to do a long rest.
Gosh, dang it, that hurts.
Oh gosh, you two.
Oh, we're bad, man.
I want
It
to go
is
make
pretty
us a
bad.
hot toddy.
No, the alcohol's just gonna make it worse.
Not with
Not
the
a hot
lemon and
toddy.
honey.
And just make like a lemon,
and honey.
just make it like a hot water with lemon and honey in it then.
Oh, dirty water.
That's terrible.
How many did you use?
Well, I'm gonna use more.
Okay, well, let me know how much. Does anybody else need healing, Winry?
Nope.
I mean, I'm below half, but I think I'm fine.
But I'm okay. I just, I'm going to give my soul to this sword here, and it'll be great. I'll die,
I was
and everything
not.
will be
You
happy.
know I wasn't going to.
She just wanted the particulars so she knew what she was saying no to. I'm still short 30, and I used all my hit dice. So.
All right, I'll kiss.
I guess I'll take a short rest. Then if we all are in, I'll just use a couple hit die. You don't need to heal me or anything.
You're short 30.
What?
All right, you know what? I'm just going to do one of these, and then...
Well, while she does math, let's say that we take our short rest.
Mm-hmm.
We take Ruark and the sword back to the grove. Respectfully bury him near, right next to his mother.
Can we find her?
Myetharia.
And toss the sword in there too.
Probably
What?
she's probably in the center building, isn't she?
Myetharia,
I mean, that was just my guess, but
do you have inspiration right now?
no, I
You
used
can
it.
take inspiration for being the one who led off this whole burying Ruark respectively bit.
Aww,
Yeah, it was very nice. I like it.
thanks.
I thought it. I did.
You don't get
You're
inspiration
all
for
like,
thought.
let's shove him in there with coal tongue.
Hey,
Let him
I
be
suggested that he
in a
spoon
fetal
with coal
position.
tongue. I thought that was pretty sweet.
Very sweet.
Make
Except
me
he
laugh,
didn't like
but-
the tongue.
If they
Right,
were
so-
lovers, that would be sweet. But
I am rolling like a boss on these.
Slowly rotting on coal tongue's body.
It doesn't take too much effort, though, a little bit of work, but eventually you come to a grave that your best efforts probably is the grave of Ruark's mother. You could spend the remains of the hour, so to speak, that you were resting, digging out as much of a grave as you can collectively, burying the man, as well as leaving behind his sword, Shogwenyever.
Oh shit! While we're taking a short rest before all that, I need to cast Identify on the torch.
You can cast Identify on the torch.
I will do that,
You
sir.
said you needed 30.
Yeah, I'm
What?
short 30.
What you get from casting Identify on the torch... Hi, Chloe.
I get Chloe?
Yeah, you get Chloe, apparently.
Chloe did tell me
Hi.
that last time we were there that Rob and I were her parents now, and she was going to come home with us.
Nice.
Oh boy.
What you get from casting Identify on the torch, while nothing obvious is missing from it, there is something that's not right, something that's broken within the torch.
I'll light it on fire. I don't know.
As such, you don't know anything about the magical properties of it by trying to identify it, as in its broken state it has none. If you'd like to, though, you can make an intelligence check, probably, or some potential. You can.
No Arcana?
Yeah, you can make an Arcana check. See if you can figure out what is broken with it.
Oh man. Awful. 15.
Okay.
Roll the fucking 5.
It feels like it's empty somehow. When you're like identifying it, you're like trying to probe it with magic, so to speak. It feels like the magical reservoir, so to speak, is there, but it's empty, as though it's missing something.
That's because. Do I know that Trilla is in that soul gem? I think we've talked about it. I think
Fair. Go for it.
that's because Trilla is in that soul gem over there. In Bryn's backpack? I don't know where you're holding it.
Yeah. Yeah.
You think that if we combine the two, that the torch will work again?
I think that Trilla's soul is central to making the torch go, but I'm not saying we combine them. At least not yet.
While I'm identifying the sword after that conversation, I want to reach out to Parallax and just say, does any of this make sense to you?
I am not privy to this information at all. This is long since after when I would have had insight into anything.
It's very old.
Well,
What you
the
say
torch is
in-
missing something. Sorry, go
What you
ahead.
say in theory makes sense, that it could run off of the power of a soul.
I don't know that having the ability to teleport an entire nation would be worth burning a soul. Well, I'll tell everybody else. There's something missing with the torch. It's not working. Maybe we
Well-
get it back to Simeon and we can get it figured out.
As nice as it would be to be able to teleport right back to them, I'm actually a bit glad that it's missing a component. That way, if anyone gets their hands on it and doesn't know how to operate it, it can't be misused.
Well, I will tuck the torch into my coat pocket.
Oh, I didn't realize Cassie was gone because I was doing math. What's her HP at?
I think she was fine, but I can look it up if you'd like.
I just have extra.
You said I got 30.
Yeah, you're full.
She is 2 hit points down.
Well, she can top off and I can top off. All right.
Here, I actually only needed 28.
Well, I wasted this then, guys. Thanks.
I told you not to use anything!
I was the only one that was hurt?
I was at
Redhead
41
was
of
full.
100, but I heal myself with mostly hit dice.
Oh,
I also rolled really, really well with this one. I rolled like all 8 and up.
well, thanks, Bryn.
You're welcome.
Cute Bryn.
All right. Let's head over to Sienna's lair, huh?
E?
Okay.
Or I'm sorry, do we want to look somewhere else first?
I mean, on the way is the high house. What is it called?
The high house, yep.
So let's go ahead and
I
just
feel
swing
like-
by the high house on our way there.
Okay. Swinging by the high house, it is up on, kind of like you see it here, it's up on like a hill,
A
or
high
mountain
place?
almost, overseeing everything with only a bridge access to it. It is a rather large house. It's about 220 feet off of the valley floor, but kind of built onto the highest hill in the valley. Impressive stonework, black etched with silver and patterns. I don't know how much you really want me to get into this. It is in effect a very nice house, though it looks disused and dusty, as though no one has set foot in it for ages.
But it has some cool stuff.
Yeah, can we go inside?
Actually,
Well, Rev,
before
let's
we go
remember
inside-
that all these places were set for traps before, so let's
that's
be
what I
very
was gonna
careful.
say. Yeah, I want to check the traps.
Mindful.
I'm not going to make you roll for it at this point in time because there is no threat, so to speak, and so you can take your time looking things over very carefully. You do find that there is a tripwire on the bridge that would have had something happen. As you
Reach
go
fall down.
inside, you find that there are falling blocks or falling sections that would fall down. There are portcullises that would come down and slash people as well at the same time. You find some glyphs of warding on the ground that would have thrown up a force cage and summoned creatures inside it for people. There's a bunch of
Sweet.
traps basically all over the place, but very little else. If you do a thorough searching, you can find one eerie-looking room that contains a fair amount of torture equipment, as well as a scroll rack with clear labels on the side. Within it are 2 scrolls of Speak with Dead.
Whoa.
Shit.
Okay. was just talking about that earlier.
Did we decide that Speak with Dead wouldn't have worked on Ruark?
Yeah, seems like.
Oh,
Might work on Cold Ton though.
So, Justin, since I have that
I think
spell,
Colton's
would
dead
I have
either.
known that it doesn't work on Ruark?
Yeah, you need
wasn't-
to
he
have
wasn't
this
dead.
Still, yes.
yeah, that was cold tongue, technically. Or maybe he is. I don't know.
I think he does. We can
I'll
try it
toss
later.
those.
We can
I'll
try it on
toss
his
those
head.
scrolls in
We can-
my.
I mean, we've got his head.
But
we
that's
just-
true. We have his head. We could talk to cold tongue, maybe.
If we want to. I don't think we even want to at this point.
No.
There's nothing that he knows. Well, I mean, maybe he does know something, but
We can ask him how to defeat what's her face?
Leska.
Leska. Yeah.
Where's the Aquiline heart,
Or where's the Aquiline heart?
etc.
Yeah. Maybe
Okay,
someday.
cool. Do we have everything here? This place is trapped tighter than a tick.
Yes.
Let's get out of here.
Reb is Southern now?
For a moment.
I've actually. Do you think I've done a pretty good job of keeping Rev from sounding too southern?
Yes.
I think so. Yeah.
Just sometimes you say shit like that. That's very Southern.
Is Milo gonna throw up now? What the heck?
Oh no.
Your cat throwing up? Oh.
Completely unrelated. Come here, buddy.
Oh wait, Milo's your dog. Is Milo your cat or dog?
Yeah.
Milo's
Milo's
yeah,
the
Milo's
cat.
dog.
This is Finn.
Okay, and
This
Finn
is
the dog,
Finny.
yes.
He's gonna come sit with me so he doesn't go eat Milo's throw up.
Ah, yucky.
Leaving the high
That's
house,
my say.
heading up the river some more to its base, basically, at this point. You find a hidden location, basically, next to the waterfall. It's written on the map, so I'm not going to try to hide it from you. But there is a layer here that you can work your way into. In order to get into it, you have to dive into the lake at the front of the waterfall on the west end and swim down through a tunnel, a vertical chute that is 30 feet wide and 40 feet long. While this is easy for a gold dragon, it may not be particularly easy for you guys.
Do we still have those spheres?
If we
Remember the spheres that used to make you bleed through your eyes?
I
Oh.
still have mine, I
Yeah.
think.
Yes.
Tier.
Okay. Tier. Yeah.
Well,
Or if we rested, I could
Tidery with tears.
have the water work to our advantage.
oh, okay.
That'd be a long rest.
Yep.
Let's try the tears and see how it goes. And
Who are the
It
best
doesn't-
swimmers here?
How long is it? 40 feet? 30 feet?
So it is
I
a
mean-
40-foot tunnel and then ascend a 40-foot vertical chute afterwards.
Ascend? Like climb?
that is
Like-
what that means.
Up through water, yes.
Oh.
Well, guys, I can polymorph into something, and you could tie a rope to me, and I could go up, and you guys could just climb up the rope.
Well, it's all water.
So I'm not trying to make this hard for you guys. So I am.
It's 8 minutes of holding your
literally
breath.
Not worried about you guys making it through here at this point in time. I hate to say it that way because I like to not give away too much, but at the same time, I don't want you guys to feel like I'm wasting your time.
Fair.
Well,
we
you-
come up with a brilliant way
You
to make
figure
it up
out
there.
a grand way to work
Yeah,
your
I
way
think-
through there
I mean, I
without
think between-
spending
You're not
spell
using any
slots.
spells.
Maybe the
Exactly.
best solution ever.
I mean, between the
Oh,
tide
it's only holding
between
your
the
breath
tide
like
river
10 minutes.
spheres and I'm a good swimmer, so
And you make it through and into the Cyana's lair behind it. Above the lip, there's kind of a broad cave, open area with some toadstools that are scattered around. There's beautiful swirling patterns that line the wall that look to have been carved into the stone by large clawed hands. And amid this artwork are many small caves and ledges. Stone pillars jut upwards, those centers clear. It doesn't take Bryn much to realize that the entrance, while they look like toadstools, are actually creatures. They're called shriekers. They are a plant creature that looks indistinguishable from ordinary fungus, but basically if you step near them, they just shriek really, really loud. It's basically a warning system.
That's hilarious.
There was also a trap that kind of goes along with those shriekers that if you guys had come here could have been a little bit fun, but by climbing kind of the wall or using some combination of some flight mechanics, you guys can avoid the trapped area, figure out a way around the trap, and then head a little bit further in. As you search through here, there honestly is nothing here beyond a cache of supplies at the end. This cache of supplies is mundane items mainly. It is more arrows if you wanted to collect any more black-fletched arrows for yourself. There's a bed back here. It seems like this is actually where Ruark bedded down. Everything else was a trap.
Oh, wow.
Set
A ploy.
prickly, for you guys to step into instead.
Can I try to
Interesting.
dig up one of those creakers to where it doesn't die? Save it for later.
Sure. You could take a shrieker with you if you'd like to. It is actually a creature, technically. It has 13 hit points, so it could survive a little bit.
Winry got a pet. What'd she get? A cat or she get
Friend.
a dog? No, she got a screaming mushroom.
So when bright light
Mandrake!
or a creature is
Mandrake.
within 30 feet of it, it emits a shriek, audible within 300 feet. So as long as you keep it in a dark, distant place, like say, I don't know, we'll say that you can put it in a bag without it just constantly shrieking at you for the time being. That seems like more fun.
Thank you.
But there is no vast riches or treasure to be found within the lair. It seems like this is a recovery location more than anything
Well,
else.
I think we were hoping for more information rather than riches.
Speak for yourself.
Bryn's all about them Benjamins.
I got a lot of money. I'm fine.
Well, it seems like with Ruark taken care of, this place has lost all of its zest.
It'll be a nice place.
Go back to Sequin.
To hang out.
I
I'd
wonder
like to live here
if
someday, maybe.
the
Yeah, we could build a house here, Winry.
Are you
Oh, sorry.
inviting me?
Of course. Of course, that mansion was big enough, I think.
With Bernie Coaltongue at the side.
Bernie Coaltongue. That's the funniest shit you've said all night, Justin.
Was there any indicator that the caverns to get here were an enchantment established by Ruark, and that now that he's gone, the
No.
way in is easier? Okay.
Nope.
You said enchantment. I thought you were saying chasm.
Enchantment.
No, not the chasm.
No, the way here was being used by Ruark. He was not the cause of it.
Originator.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we do have to go back out the way we came. That's what.
That's
it seemed
unfortunate.
like. Yeah.
Well, do we long rest here before starting the trip back? At least get one more night where we got a roof over our heads?
Doesn't sound like a bad idea.
What were you saying, Ryan?
I said I think we do.
Okay.
Is it starting to cut out? Is it starting to cut off?
No, you're
or-
fine. You're just were quiet.
Yeah, I guess let's head back to the mansion and the manor house, and we will get our snooze on before heading back.
Absolutely.
What?
You're such a
The place is
Get our
calm.
snooze on? You didn't like
The
that?
place is peaceful. And you spend the rest of the afternoon, evening, and then a sleep enjoying the relative calm. A little bit of safety amongst the hustle and bustle that you have previously been experiencing.
There goes that hero's feast.
It
Oh,
helped.
well.
It did.
Did.
But I don't want it to go.
Delicious.
Hate to see you leave. Long rest.
Before
I'd
we
love
move
to
on,
watch
can I do
show.
something in the night?
Sure.
During Jack's watch, I would like to quietly make a favor to him, and out of my pocket, I'll pull out a piece of cheese wrapped in wax. And I'll just imagine him like sitting down, like looking all around him. I'll put my head in his lap, pull out a piece of cheese, and just kind of like look at it. Pretty
I
soon,
just
Jack.
look at it, waiting for me to say the
Pretty
first
soon,
thing.
Oh no.
I'm not gonna need to eat or drink anymore in my journey as a monk. And I think I'm still gonna eat and drink because it's enjoyable, but I won't have to anymore. And I want to eat this before that happens.
Couple things. First,
Are you gonna stop
What?
me from eating this again?
no.
Yeah, as a monk,
I-
eventually I don't have to eat or drink anymore. Oh, and I won't age anymore. Which
Sort of.
I won't physically age.
There you go.
I won't look any older.
Yeah.
Just one day, like, hot teenage Winry is just gonna pass out and be dead? Is that how that works?
That's basically how monks work, yes.
I'm not gonna die. I'm just not gonna look any older. Which for I don't know, Jack,
That's like
you're gonna
for
live a
an
lot
elf,
longer.
if we're in a relationship, that's like a lifetime of Russian roulette. Just one day you're just gonna pass out and be gone? That's horrible.
Can I also just say, from a gameplay standpoint, that's so weird because, like, Buddhist monks
so
are
weird.
always old dudes. Like, Tibetan monks are old dudes.
That's true.
Those are old dudes.
So-
Like, what? Why in the world are monks not aging?
So you can mature if you would like to, so to speak, but you suffer none of the frailty of old age, and you cannot be aged mechanically or
Oh.
magically.
Oh,
So I was
I
going
see.
So you age, you just don't really suffer any deterioration.
You are an
of
older
it.
Okay.
person who has taken good care of their body.
Yeah,
so
you're-
you can.
You're Jackie Chan until
And
death.
And you know what? That makes sense in context of what, like, because those old
Yes, that
Tibetan
makes a lot
monks
more
are
sense.
out there like kicking ass. So yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Okay.
Yeah, the image
Thank
of
you.
a monk is an old guy.
Yeah, thank you, Justin. Like
Mhm.
bald, usually wearing like,
Got a little of this thing.
or completely hairless. But like, yeah,
Or-
you
I'm
know,
going to rip
Yeah.
my piece of cheese in half and
Well-
hold a piece up to your lips. The other piece onto mine.
I think that one of us probably should like
take the cheese.
be the,
Just eat the
what's the
cheese.
word? If you have a group of people that are like doing,
Don't eat the cheese, please.
if you have a group of people
Cassie,
like
has
that,
Justin been doing this to you since you got the cheese?
No,
That's
she
why-
she keeps thinking about it randomly and being like, "Oh, I can't believe we didn't eat the cheese."
That's what I told him like yesterday. I was like, on the next long rest, I'm gonna eat the cheese. Just so you know.
No, stop.
You guys, I just realized what I should have established canonically from the beginning, and I think I might do it next campaign, is a character who sleep talks or walks. So theoretically, you guys can half wake them up so that they're watching. You can feel better.
oh, but she's asleep the whole
But I'm
time.
not going to tell you no.
Oh my god.
But Myetharia's in like a trance sort of state. So if something bad happens, she'll probably wake up, right? I feel like we're not talking out loud. We're talking in our minds. Forgot about that part. So no one's waking
Oh yeah,
up.
we could do that. I was like, are we that well connected? Oh, right. You know what, Winry? What the hell? We only live once.
I feel like we're really safe here. Right?
All right.
It is really quiet here, and you know what? If I know anything about tripping, the best place to trip is in a quiet, safe space.
Just hearing Becca cackle into her mug there was really good.
I'll pop it in your mouth, and then take mine, and then kiss you.
I was gonna say you're doing
And
it
then
too,
start
right?
No, for
Some
you.
warped like Romeo and Juliet thing. Like we both take it. And
Yeah,
then
that's
we
I
what
don't
it
think
is.
we're
We
gonna
both
die.
just die.
We're gonna die.
Hopefully, one of you has the foresight to kick me if you start to croak.
First of all, Justin, what does it taste like?
The cheese is unbelievably delicious.
Oh, good.
Ooh.
It's so good that your heart flutters and seems to skip for a moment. It is intensely wonderful. It is quite literally the best thing you have ever eaten in your life.
Oh no.
And there's a reason for
Cassie's
that.
leaving. Chloe, go
Get the
freaking
child
bed.
up.
Oh wait. Well, hang on. Oh shit.
Yep, we gotta wait. You gotta wait. Sorry, viewers, we have to pause.
no.
Gosh,
Hold,
I'm gonna
please.
We're
regret
never
that.
gonna want to eat
timing.
again.
Is it like a aged Gouda?
Oh, it's better than an aged Gouda. It is a like necromantically aged Gouda.
Oh,
That does
my
sound
gosh.
delicious, honestly. That's making my mouth water a little bit.
Right?
honestly.
It's like it like melts in your mouth. Basically, it is just the most fantastic thing you've ever tasted, ever.
It's a little bit of a salty pop.
Watch that
I was gonna
be
say
a
it's
nutty-
peppery in the right way.
Another nutty with a nutty finish of some kind.
Yeah. You want me
Ryan,
to
with the
look
words
up
you're
how to
saying in your
describe
microphone,
cheese?
you're really just taking it too far, dude.
I'm taking it too
Yeah, you
far.
really are going full on. No, you're really just going
I'm s-
full on ASMR with this.
I'll move backwards. Sorry.
No, I was
It's
just
fine.
joking
Please,
with you.
please don't. It sounds so good.
Describing cheese. Very
Describing
softly.
cheese like a pro. Let's look.
It has a little bit of a nutmeg palate.
It has an
Oh,
earthy
Earthy.
aroma.
Oh, for the viewers, because I'm for sure going to forget about this. One of Cassie and Justin's kids came downstairs, so she had to step away. So we're not going to continue finding out how we die until she gets back.
She is.
Oh, she's back.
I think we should
It
be
is,
describing
as
I
I
don't think
said-
there's anything wrong with her, but she's like, she threw up last night and she put her finger to her lips. I was like, oh god.
But it was
Go
like a
back to your
sneaky
room.
thing instead. But yeah, this cheese, it's like melt in your mouth good. It has just the perfect aroma. It is the correct, absolutely correct mixture of salty and dry. Just really fits everything you ever wanted in a cheese. Like I said, it is quite literally the best cheese you've ever eaten, the best food you've ever eaten in your life. And there's good reason for that, and that is this cheese technically kills you and revives you immediately. so that it is the first and only thing you have eaten, the second that you partake it every time.
Oh my gosh, that is the greatest.
No, I have Steph gave me what's it called though?
So it
Death
technically
board.
like wipes all of your expectations for
board.
food, so that the very first thing that you take is this piece of cheese, and it tastes like literal divinity in your mouth.
Oh no! So now we can't like eat eggs or
Oh.
like dry bread anymore because it's just not. We'd be like, is there a jam on that? Ugh.
Justin, mechanic wise, if
Nope.
we bonded that sword,
Oh.
Oh no!
you
It
died
could've been
because of a piece of
interesting.
cheese.
I'm going to bomb the
I-
sword and eat the cheese.
So
So
it's
I'll
so
like,
momentarily
"Oh,"
that
and
no
I'll be
one,
like, "Oh,"
including
I kinda-
yourself, actually even notice it. Like I said, it's like a flutter in your chest, but that flutter was death, so to speak, and revival instantly, to the point where this is the best thing you've ever eaten in your life.
I'll go. Sorry, I kind of blacked out for a second there. That was so good.
I know, I'm so sad that that's all we had. That halfling, she has the rest of it. What's her name? We should go find her and get more of it.
You only took enough to taste. Yeah, right.
That's all she. We, like, in the negotiations, like, it wasn't for the cheese. She just gave me on the side because I was so insistent. She has the whole wheel.
We gotta
Yeah,
find
she
her.
gave her like
We
a
gotta
slice,
find her.
yeah.
We gotta find her.
Okay.
We'll figure it out. We'll
Oh,
find her.
okay.
We'll just find her. It's
I'm-
no big deal. We'll just
I'm
find her. We'll just find
so
her and we'll find her and
sleepy
we'll find her
though,
and
so I'll turn my head and just start like nuzzle and start falling asleep while you're having your watch.
and as you're falling asleep, I'm like, we'll just find more. It's just we'll find more and we'll find her. You know, we're out there.
It's
We'll
not a
just
big
get it.
deal.
It's fine.
There's
It's
more
fine. It's
out
okay.
there.
It's
We'll
not a
figure it out.
problem.
There's more there and we'll find her.
It's
She's
fine.
easy to find. She's probably like right over there, or maybe over there, over there, over there, over there. We'll find her. It's fine.
Oh no.
I'm
Oh
so curious how they
no!
made it.
How did Colton only have a bite of it?
Maybe that was like fifth one.
This
Fifth
cheese is
wheel.
so
Yeah, he eats a wheel a week. He gets them at Costco.
Oh, true. See.
Oh,
Oh.
Thanks for waiting to have this experience with me.
Mm-hmm.
it's like this slight grudge. She has like a slight grudge now that she let you have some.
That's true. She's like, he has a little bit left on his
Right.
lip there. I think I'll grab that real quick. Yeah, I'm like checking her fur to see if she has any crumbs left.
Oh, nasty.
The rest of the night goes as smoothly
Somebody
as you
wakes
would
up
like
to
it
me
to.
just like licking Winry's like neck fur to get the last crumbs. Like, what?
Oh.
He's dirty.
I thought I'd try it too.
Hack
She
up
does
the
it all the
hairball the
time.
next day.
Racing our culture.
Yeah, am I doing it right? Anyway.
And after a long rest, you all wake up in what you can assume to be the morning. The sky, once again, does not change at all in this place, but you wake up fully rested, ready to do what you would like. I'm going to interject myself slightly and say that despite all of this, the cheese shenanigans that went on, Jack also probably spent a little bit of time continuing his investigations on the torch, just kind of mulling it over, thinking about it.
For sure.
I can give you a little bit of background on the torch itself, which is that it has ties to multiple extra-dimensional planes. It has some amount of ties to the astral plane and some also to the plane of fire. What you can tell is the torch, as I said, is missing. It's damaged in some sort of way. And you can also tell that while it was damaged, it damaged the fabric of the planes as well. Its damage, at least in some way, is part of what's causing this burning sky effect. This combination of this artifact between teleportation, the astral plane, and the plane of fire is causing this issue to arise.
Justin, I don't want another campaign where we go to the astral plane.
Well,
Why?
goodness,
The astral plane was fucking awesome.
You two, Ryan went away. You two love the astral plane.
It was the greatest.
It was so stressful.
Are you talking about like the astral sea, or are you talking about like when we went to like Celestia and all those other places?
It all blurs together. Yeah, the astral sea where
we had to go through the astral sea to get to those places.
The one guy that you two love that I always
yeah, Mayhem, yes. I miss Mayhem.
Brian really wanted me to bring Mayhem back for this campaign. Just have him show up, like completely break the timeline, so to speak.
Have him be like our tag in Critical Role.
No, it'd be like Hoyd. He'd be our Hoyd.
Just kind of shows up.
Like, hey, what's up?
No one has any clue why or what he's doing. Just is there. Anyway.
Okay.
Those are the additional bits that you can get just from kind of investigating and thinking, kind of, searching through the torch's magical connections.
I will fill everybody in on that in the morning. Just say that I think we need to get this to Simeon and figure out what's going on.
I agree.
This could really change everything.
I'm wondering if there's a way we could contact people back at Sequin and have them support us back, instead of having to cross all of Shahalesti to get there. It's going to be...
That's a good idea.
Weeks. It's going to be weeks to get back.
Yeah, we could do that.
We should get out of the tunnels first, though.
We should get somewhere where a landmark where the monk that Weeping Raven. No, she didn't teleport us. Who is it that?
Sheena Larkins.
Sheena
Larkins did.
A landmark.
She brought us to the temple.
Landmark where Sheena Larkins can meet us.
Well, I guess we could go back to the temple. Since she brought us there, in theory, she'd be able to get back to us there.
It'll only take a couple days.
Let's do that.
Someone has a better plan.
Sense. Let's do it.
Maybe before we head that way, should I send a message now asking if that's a possibility before we head all that way?
I do want to say we need to not tell anyone except Simeon that we have the torch. There are for sure spies in Sequin. There's got to be magic that can intercept messages like this. Let's keep it completely quiet that we have the torch until we are alone with Simeon.
I mean, I feel like that makes sense with Randall's sister. What's her name?
Katrina.
Katrina's reveal at the temple.
We also need to tell Simeon about that.
I'm not sure she's working for Leska anymore.
Doesn't matter.
Agreed.
But there could be more like
her. Right.
Oh, absolutely.
Spies, of course.
Ones that we thought we could trust who...
Let's just not mention it to anybody other than Simeon. All right. Let's go back through them damn tunnels.
Well, yeah. At least, let's get out of Forest Arendra, and then I'll message Simeon. Send a message to Simeon.
Well, the good news is getting out of the tunnels is very simple, if you would like it to be. Nope. The moment that you put some flame in front of your face, you can be out of the tunnels in an instant.
Oh yeah.
Good.
That's nice.
So leaving, very simplistic. Getting in is the only difficulty.
Cool.
As you make your way out and you follow the river with your walking, even if you put the light in front of your faces, you still find yourself kind of walking along the edge of the river when you leave. A minute or two after you leave, a familiar face pops out from the nearby woods. This being of Fane,
Yeah.
the Terranesti scout. Not just her, though, but a handful of other Terranesti come out from the woods nearby as well. And as they do so, they look towards you, say, "Do you have it? Can you take it away?"
Take it away?
If it is not here anymore, the Shahalesti will have no reason to come after us. Billy, you knew that. That's why you are here, no?
Can I check to... Is this really her?
Make a perception check.
Okay. So we just had this
Can
whole
I-
conversation about we're not telling anyone, but then I'm like, that seems like they're digging for information.
Well, I'll respond, but do your check first.
Oh.
He
And I
says that
wanna-
he'd be here when we left.
12. I only rolled a 5.
It seems to be her.
Ruark had a fake made of leather. I don't know that our quest is. No, let me take that back. He had a fake made of leather, and our quest is not completed.
Make a deception check.
None of that was a lie.
Yeah, you are
You're hiding
being
truth.
deceitful nonetheless.
Come on.
Remember how I was rolling terrible performance and then I switched to wizard and it was boss performance? I think before I was rolling decent deception. Now that was a 4.
Oh boy.
She studies you intensely. She says, "He did not have it. You're hiding something. You know where it is then, instead?"
Can I get any inkling that she just doesn't want it gone, but that they want it?
You can make an insight check if you'd like.
I think because I'm trying to lie to her, I should do it too.
Sure, you can.
Oh, it's really good. 19.
Oh my gosh, this dice is betraying me. 8.
Does a 19, Bryn?
Yeah.
Okay. She seems to be, well, I guess I can say, she seems to be very confused, first of all. She's very surprised that he did not have it. It was not there. And as far as you can see from her bearing, her like physical cues, so to speak, there's nothing to indicate that anything she has said so far is obviously untrue. She
I don't-
seems like
Yes.
there's nothing that you can see that is like a tell for her.
I don't think the Shahalesti will stop pursuing your people, whether or not we have the torch. So, I recommend laying low until things change in Shahalesti.
Well, you might be true. It at very least might change their eyes, move them to someone else for the time being.
Sure.
Didn't-
We had hoped that we would be protected by you. Once you had the torch, you would have safety for us, for our people.
Are you not able to make it to Foro Surrendra?
It is not a place that we are to be.
Is it not the city of the Terranesti?
It was, yes, or at least it was a place for us.
Oh.
I guess I'm confused. You don't have the torch, but is the city safe?
Yes.
The city is safe.
Ruark is dead.
Oh.
Oh, that's so cute.
Say it at the same time.
Well,
I'm
perhaps
also
that will be
confused.
enough.
Didn't you say that Shahalesti thinks that you can make another one as well? So wouldn't they still pursue you?
Maybe, but if they had access to the real one, the one that is made, even if they think we can make another, which I don't know how personally, they would have better things to chase, no? I forgot that I didn't
know why
accept
this.
for her.
I was just about to say that. That's why this feels weird.
Yep,
Because I'm like,
I
there's
forgot that
something
I didn't
off
accept.
about her. She had the French accent.
Oh,
Jeez.
I'm like, this
Do
isn't
better,
her
Justin.
voice.
Yeah, that's where you could tell if I was super good, it would have been a fake for her because I wasn't doing the accent.
Is that why you thought?
That'd be a Matt Mercer bullshit to pull.
Unfortunately,
Um,
I am only adequate, and therefore I just forget that I use accents.
unfortunately, we have to
sometimes.
settle for Justin.
Step up your game.
Well,
oh gosh.
Foro Surrendra was difficult for us to get to, but once we were there, there's nothing left there to fear, and there's still plenty of city for you to
Inhabit.
rebuild your people.
You have cleared
Apart
the
from
path.
Brulock's traps, that is.
Yeah.
The
And
path
be
is clear.
careful.
The path is clear.
We
No
killed some.
holidays.
You know what? We can escort you through.
I would hate to keep you. You've done enough at this point. We can figure our own way.
Listen, we're going to do what we can to keep them off your back. But it's still not safe. Not yet.
Understand. Well,
We can also say that our experiences in this land have proven one thing very clear to us, and that is Shahalesti is no ally of ours.
but
So
you do have a lead. You know where
Yes.
you go next?
Yes.
we regroup with our people and decide what the next move is.
I was hoping for a more firm answer, more definite signs of an ally, but we can take coexistence and moving forward.
Well, for what it's worth, we consider your people friends, and we're glad that we could help.
Not forget what you have done for us. Good luck out there.
Hey, if
There
any
are
more
still
Shahalesti
many-
show, give us a call.
There are still many out there in the woods. I think you will have a hard time escaping them still. Unless you have some way to travel out of here quicker.
We can run.
Run real fast.
Well, our means of teleportation are too risky.
Understood. Well,
Thank you for your
you
help.
have done much for us, even so. Just to have our home back is a meaningful thing nonetheless.
We're happy to have helped.
We wish you luck, good favor, good fortune, and most of all, good hunting. And with
You
that,
too.
they take off down the river in the opposite direction from you, seeming to head up towards the city instead.
Good.
Feel so bad lying to her.
but I don't know. Still felt a little off.
Maybe
Even if we told them that if they ever got interrogated by the Terranesti or by the Shahalesti, then they would know exactly where the torch was.
It's true.
Because we were the only other like notable group. And they know right where we sleep. Too big a risk. But what she said does kind of strike a chord. You have shit, what's his name? Your eagle?
Oh,
Cassie.
thank you.
You have Tabaxi, and I can polymorph again. We could do our best to fly back to the temple.
So let me message Simeon and see if it's even a possibility for Sheena to come and get us.
Go to sleep.
Holy cow, Chloe, I want to go to sleep. So I'll message Simeon. Send a message to Simeon.
Okay.
Ay.
Ready for evac.
Yeah, ready for. Yeah, I was gonna say, need evac. Send Sheena.
Can you send Sheena to the place she left us to return back
A couple days.
in 3 days?
Like this for a second.
After a brief moment, you get a response back in your mind that says,
You've got to stop messaging me when I'm pooping.
"Understood. I will relay that to Sheena. I take it we were unsuccessful then."
Oh, waste another spell, Simeon, you dummy here.
Just don't respond.
I guess instead of making it a question, he would probably have said, "I assume we were unsuccessful."
Don't correct him.
Yep. All right, let's hustle back to the temple. I told them 3 days, and so we can get there. And
Didn't it take us 1 day to get from the temple to Forest Arendra?
It took you a little over a day to get from there to the henge, and then another day to get from the henge to Forest Arendra's
Okay.
cave opening.
So yeah, you were pretty close.
2 days, yeah,
Okay.
3 days we can rest.
As you start traveling in that direction, Jack, I would like for you to make a wisdom saving throw for me.
Would ya?
Boy.
I would.
Torch?
Nice.
Wow, really good.
Nice, bro. Tight.
24.
Okay. As you're walking through the forest, you suddenly have the feeling that someone's watching you. So, looking over your shoulder, there is someone seeing where you are.
Yeah, I mean, do we see who it is that's looking for us?
Oh,
There is
I
no, as
will-
you start searching over your shoulder, looking through the canopy, trying to find someone, there is nothing that you can see. But you've never felt this feeling
Lovely.
before, as though someone was watching you.
It's probably scrying.
oh, probably is. You're probably right. Did I know, like, did I feel that pressing on me?
What do you mean?
The wisdom saving throw?
I rolled a wisdom saving throw. Did I notice that? I had
You-
shrugged it off.
Yes, you felt that there was something like watching you, like some magical effect it felt like was searching you.
Do you tell us?
Yeah, but because I've never been scryed on, as far as I know, I'll assume that it's just like a paranoid, like I feel like someone's watching us, so I'll just like while we're walking, I'll be like, do 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 do, someone's watching us, do do do.
And if I do If I look around and can't see anybody, I could cast see invisibility. See if I see anybody then.
Okay. So you don't see anyone. You would be able to see a small luminous orb floating in the air, however.
What?
Would I know what it is since I've done the spell?
You have done scrying, so yeah, I think that's fair. You've never seen this orb yourself, but you know that this is what appears on the other side of scrying.
Someone's watching us.
I know, that's what I said, Bryn.
No,
Stop that.
Where?
It's the scry spell.
Any way you can find out who cast that?
I don't think so.
I think we know.
Is there any way for them to know where we are based on our surroundings?
We could be in any
Like-
forest.
Really?
It was either someone belonging to Leska or it was someone belonging to the Shining Lord. They both sent troops here to stop us from getting the torch.
Can we dispel it?
I would favor that. I don't like being watched by anyone.
I'll pull out my wand and I'll point it and be like, Bryn, aim my arm at where it is because I can't see it. There? Okay.
You have to see
Uh,
it? Yeah.
What level is...
5th level.
Okay, so I'll cast 3 charges of my wand. You didn't know there was recoil when you do it?
No.
Yeah.
3 charges, meaning what level would that be?
5th level.
Okay. So you can dispel the scrying with a 5th level counterspell, or dispel magic. The orb
Did I hit it, Bryn?
vanishes, Bryn. It is gone.
Bryn, did I hit it?
Yes.
Let's keep
Yes,
moving.
you got it. Gosh.
Let's keep moving.
A few minutes later, make another wisdom saving throw.
Oh my gosh.
It's harder the second
Come on, roll high.
No.
14.
Okay. You notice nothing.
Oh my god.
My see invisibility stays up for... Where'd it go?
Probably 10 minutes or something.
For an hour.
Okay. After a few moments of walking along, you're still like searching around every now and then, and all of a sudden, you notice that there's another one of these luminous, glowing orbs floating in the sky, following you from behind.
It's back.
Oh dear.
Did anybody feel like they're being watched?
No, but I think this seals it. I think we need to fly. We got to get to the temple immediately.
So just stop talking.
Yes.
The window that we look through is not very big. You can't see a ton around, so stop talking and no landmarks. Let's keep walking.
You do your best to avoid, and after a few minutes, the orb goes away once more.
She's gonna know. You said temple. How many temples in the world are there?
I don't think.
And
I
I need to
don't
make
know.
sure. I don't think scrying does sound, does it?
I think
Oh,
Doesn't
it sure
critical roll,
does. It sure does. You can see in here.
okay. If anybody feels like they're being watched, let me know so I can check and see that we're being quiet, but in this in between time, let's go fast.
Traveling quickly, as quick as you can. I would like for the lead person for me to make, whoever's leading here, to make a perception check. Actually, no. I'm going to lie. I want the trailing person to make a perception check, the leading person to make a survival check.
How do we feel
You tell
about
me
flying
who's
there?
who.
Are we not going to do that?
Are we gonna fly?
You can fly.
That's even less indicator of where we are.
Let me do some quick magic math. It is a 4th level spell. So when I cast it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times.
Okay.
So that gets us 8 hours of flight. I think we can make some really good headway, and we might even be able to make it there if we're going as the crow flies, or as the we fly.
Nice. The hawks fly.
I think they're sending people after us now. I think we got to go.
And I can message.
Get out of here.
I can message Simeon again to have Sheena come sooner. Can we get there, Justin, in 8 hours flying?
You'd probably be pretty close at least.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do it.
Message again and tell them to meet us there in 8 hours. We'll go as fast as we can.
I'll send a message. Say, we're being followed. Send Sheena faster if you can. We should be there close to the end of the day.
Scramble the helos.
Yeah, you hear back. With the burning sky effect, night would be best. I'll send her after dusk. It's the best I can do.
Hey,
Can't polymorph into a...
I'll get out to Cassie.
Okay. As
Giant
you guys
eagle.
are flying, I would like everybody to make a perception check instead.
Oh, we're gonna get shot.
Come on, dice.
Shit, that's what I thought of. I just thought. Skills.
Skills.
5.
You guys just coughing is so sad.
Yes! Natural 20 for a total of 30.
Nice.
16.
Sorry,
Okay.
I gotta look up a giant eagle quick, but I rolled a 9.
Oh, I have Giant Eagle.
I have it now. I tap it.
Perception is keen sight, wisdom.
I rolled it
so
with
you'd
advantage. I did. +4, so 13.
Okay. As you guys are flying up in the air, a handful of you, whoever rolled above an 18, I didn't keep track of who said what. Once someone said a natural 20, I was like, good enough. You guys notice a long, or a chunk of the forest is moving, basically, it seems like. And it takes you a moment. It's not actually the forest that's moving. It looked like it for the briefest moment. It's actually a large number of creatures in the distance that are moving. Hundreds, potentially. There is a wave of elves in the distance heading not quite parallel, but on like an intercept path in the same direction that you're going. The most keen-eyed of you, perhaps Bryn, could probably recognize that they look very similar to the Shahalesti elves that you had seen previously and heard tell of amongst there. The last thing that you can see is that leading them, or at least acting as a guide for them, is flying through the air a Deva.
Oh! Huh.
Deva. Do we have dealings with the devil?
We have had dealings with Deva. For example,
In the
one-
temple.
in the temple,
right.
and then apparently, and I don't remember this, but apparently in the Fire Force too. So you're gonna have to help me out, though. I don't remember
Oh,
the
yeah.
Fire Force
When
one
you-
at all.
You guys buried British Rava and she appeared to you. Or a Deva appeared to you guys.
A
Yeah,
Deva.
like, I think it was, I want to say it was only like 2 of you specified that you buried British Rava, which is why I didn't remember it until recently when I was looking at old message.
Well, I for sure did it, but
It looks like
Yeah,
this
it was
elvish
weird.
group is split in half, basically, with half of them seeming to be taking a more direct path towards intercepting you, and half of them taking a longer route along clearer areas outside of the forest towards the temple.
Oh.
Does it look like from where they are that they will intercept us? We'll get there first. They'll
The
beat
ones
us
that
there?
are trying to take an intercept route, you can probably outpace, being faster than they are while you're flying on your mounts. The ones that are on the way to the temple will probably arrive at a similar timeline, give or take. It's hard to estimate from here, but roughly, it's not like they're way far away. They are on the way there.
I'm using up all of my high-level spells to get us there.
I think the temple is compromised.
Should we...
Where else
I
do we
don't know where
go?
else
Head for
to
the
go.
coast?
I
The
guess we could
Shahalesti are going to
have
follow us no matter where we go.
one of them scry on us and then see where we are. And I don't know. Can Sheena potentially scry on us so she knows where we are and can just pick us up? But he said she wanted to wait till nightfall. Regardless.
We can't go back to Forest Arendra. She won't be able to find us.
Jack, you hear in the back of your mind, you have the power here. You have two options.
Just...
You can fix it if you want, or I can save you.
Well, I don't
There's
like
always
it.
a cost.
Who's talking,
Who can
Jack?
save us?
This is Parallax in the
sword.
back of your mind.
Your good sword. The Aquiline heart. Your
Good.
good...
You're pure.
Quote, unquote.
He just said there's a cost. He can't do it for free. For freezies.
I
We
said
can
there was
fix it.
options.
Okay, so I have to be speaking this to only Winry because I can't talk because I'm a giant eagle. You guys just hear... And Winry, I'll say... Parallax says we can fix the torch or he can get us out of here. If
I thought
he thinks we can fix the torch, then that must mean that we can take the soul stone and infuse it into the torch and fix it.
Did we know that you had
If that-
talked to him before about this?
About what?
About like further information about the torch. You spoke to him in Forest Arendra about the torch, and if that's
Oh, I
what
would
the
have told
piece
you. He
was,
didn't know anything.
Then Myetharia would say, "I thought he didn't know anything. How does he suddenly know how the torch works?" Oh wait,
Hey, Parallax, you said you didn't know anything. How do you suddenly know how it works?
You know how it works. At least enough. It's broken. You can fix it. I'm here the whole time. Not just when you want me to be.
I don't go anywhere. I don't have legs.
I see everything.
You watch me when I poop? No.
oh my gosh.
We have another soul stone, don't we?
I think it's true.
Bryn does.
No, but you have another one.
I just have one.
Yeah. I feel like we
I
need to know
thought
who
back
is
a
on
ways ago
Tabaxi
you had
and
like
who
two
is-
of them. One of them we used for a vehicle, and that left
Oh,
one more.
that-
yeah, and then I had the golf ball sized one that we think is part of Trilla's soul.
Right.
Oh.
I asked Bryn for the soul stone and give it to Jack. Put into
Jack is a bird right now.
Jack's bird.
Bird.
Where's Jack's stuff?
It's melded
It's in
into the
bird
bird.
form.
It's melded into me. We'd have to land.
We have to land. Jack, I have the soul stone. We have to land to put this soul into the torch. To use
Should we? What?
If we don't, then Shahalesti's going to get it. And they won't hesitate for a second to do this, and then they have the torch.
And I don't know that we can get the soul out of the soul stone.
I don't know, but we can.
What if we just go somewhere else and
The Shah Halesti will follow us wherever we go. We can't
Just-
run fast enough.
but just not where they know we're going and have Sheena go there and
As you start to kind of alter your flight path with Tabaxi to try this out, the group that was going to intercept you starts to curve towards where you're going instead, as though
we
they
knew
are
that, yeah.
following you.
We can certainly get ahead of them enough to drop and do something with the torch.
Yeah.
But
They're not like right next to you as it is right now. You probably,
Yeah.
when you land, would have like a half an hour to try to figure something out. But you can tell that as soon as you started deviating, they also began deviating immediately.
all right, let's say we keep on until this current polymorph is used up. And then when we land to recast it, I'll say, I'll fill everybody in on what Parallax told me, and I'll pull out the torch and I'll say, I don't know that we have much of a choice.
well, what if we don't know how to use it? What if this doesn't work?
Well, then Shah Halesti has us either way. We might as well give it a shot.
Right, if we're going to do this, I'm worried about the fire damage. I'm worried that we're still going to get it even with this. We don't know that we're not going to get hurt by the fire if we use this. Bryn, you should cast something on yourself so you can't die at the very least.
Okay.
So if any of us do go down, I don't know how much it's going to hurt. If we all go down, at least you'll be up.
It's not going to expend the soul gem, right?
I don't think
We don't know.
that.
I don't know that I want to answer that.
I instinctively know that there's a way to connect them. Oh boy, my computer's at 3%.
Oh,
I can plug it in.
Grab the charger.
Hey!
I won't go down. I can do myself and one other person. Myetharia, you can heal a little bit, right?
yes,
like-
a little bit. Yes.
Okay.
The charge for the computer.
Downstairs?
Our Chromebook is down.
Oh no, it's underneath my side table.
That's right.
So I could cast Death Ward on you, and both you and I will at least be up. I've never teleported like this before.
None of us have.
Nobody has.
Just
Not for a while.
6 months.
I can't think of another way to save us. I think our options are kind of used up. So I'll pull out. Let's try your soul.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. They didn't
Oh,
they
oh
didn't
no.
get it plugged in time.
We didn't
Oh! Oh boy.
I'm going to give them a second to join on their phone a sec.
Just sorry. Oh boy.
Oh, we noticed.
Man, this is intense.
Right?
It was gonna be a race.
You are infamous suddenly.
I don't like it. I mean, all this time was a long distance race anyways, but it's a long distance race. This is a short distance race. Yay!
They're coming back with the phone.
Yeah.
Boy.
Aha. You missed. Okay, that's it. Okay. Can you guys hear us?
Yep.
Yeah.
So let's first try it with Bryn's other soul stone. I'll pull out the torch and I'll pull out that soul stone and I'll just let my instincts take over.
As you kind of maneuver them near each other, it's missing something. The resonance is not right. It's not the correct. But you do get an instinct that it is the right idea, at least. You get an idea of how this would work. Someone needs to tap Trilla's soul and infuse it into the torch to bridge the connection. As Rev had previously thought, Trilla's soul is the missing piece.
Would
Boy.
talking with 3 weeping ravens, would I know how to do that without destroying it?
You certainly can give it a try. Failing on a soul tapping would not destroy the gem. If that's what your concern is.
I'll hold seeing Jack try to put the bigger soul gem in, like a puzzle piece that doesn't fit. I'm looking discouraged. I'll pull out the smaller soul gem and just sort of look at it. And I'll say, I can try this one.
We can't let Shahalesti have the torch.
Do it.
Make a wisdom
Let's wind
check.
up with this.
This is making me want to puke.
What?
This is why I'm so sad or so upset.
A 15.
Okay. You tap into the soul. You can feel the youthful exuberance, the energy of the golden dragon that was within this gem. You can kind of mirror its emotions. You can feel its excitement, its want to be whole, to be completed once more. And then you can make one more wisdom check to try to infuse it into the torch. The soul leaves you. It passes once more into the torch, and as it does so, the torch bursts to life. It flames, wreath it. It is engulfed once more. I almost feel bad saying it, but I don't in some ways also. You are immediately, and against your will maybe, attuned to the torch as a magical item.
Oh.
But as you become attuned to it, you know everything about it. How to use it and what it can do. The flames not only are wreathing the weapon, but as you're like looking out at this axe that Jack is holding in his hands, the flames leap from the weapon to you, and they just course around you, just bathing you as though you are connected in flame to this axe, effectively, or mace, effectively. The torch itself, I will send this all as well, just so you know. The torch itself is a +3 magical weapon. It is a mace. It has 35 charges and regains 4d6 + 2 expended charges every dawn if need be. You and everything or anything teleported with you by the torch, or not necessarily even by the torch, but with the torch on hand, takes no fire damage from teleportation anymore. Passing through a teleportation circle with the torch attuned lengthens the amount of time that portal is open to 1 hour and protects everyone who passes through it from the burning sky effect. You can use a bonus action to speak the torch's command word, which you instinctively know and can change at your whim, which causes a flame to erupt from the end of the club. The flame can be as dim as a normal torch or as bright enough to illuminate a mile in every direction. The brightest flame visible on the horizon. While the flame is lit, it deals an extra 2d6 fire damage to any target it hits, and the flames last until you use a bonus action to speak the command word again, or until you drop or stow the torch. While you can see the sky, anywhere in the sky, you can cast the following spells from the torch, expending the necessary number of charges. For 2 charges, you can cast Misty Step. For 5, you can cast Flame Strike. Or for 7, you can cast Teleport. Charisma is your spellcasting ability for all of these spells. You also know that the torch is not fully repaired yet. This is in its imperfect state. There is still one further ability, the Imperial Fire, which can teleport an entire army instantly. This, however, is still unattainable currently and needs more to fix. In order to do this, we'll find out more in the future, but this is the ability that Coltung was able to master with this torch, where a pillar of fire descends from the skies, picks up any willing creatures within a half-mile origin of the point you select, and teleports them immediately to its destination. This, however, is the only thing that is still locked behind. The torch is also at full power right now. It has all 35 charges available and ready.
It's like a star come down to Earth.
Where are you going, Bryn?
Let me message City one more time.
You got the torch to work. See you in a minute.
No.
If we go somewhere else,
No.
they know who we are. They know who we're affiliated with. If we go back to Sequin, they're going to go to Sequin.
Everybody's gonna always chase
Everyone.
us. We need to figure out a plan, and we'll have time at least.
What if we go to Gallows Fen? They would have no reason to believe us to go there.
But what if those in Shahalesti who are working with the Regessians, like Shalosha, tell the Regessians, and the Regessians just come after us?
We could scry on this too.
Yes.
Okay.
Let's just do it.
I'll send
Go,
a
Bryn.
message to Simeon. Never mind, we're coming to you.
Coming in hot.
Oh boy. Might want to do it outside of. You might want to do it outside of the city where no one will see us. I don't know how obvious this will be, but the less people who know that the torch is back, better.
Or
That's
Or
what I was
ins-
gonna say. In between
Or instead, do it where everyone can see us. And let them know that we're here. We've arrived. And we're not going to take any of their shit.
Two.
What's the vote? What's the vote?
I like that, Rev. I vote we go to the statue that was built for. What's her name? I helped the
Oh.
people build a statue to. She had yours.
Laura back.
Laura back.
A lore back.
Let's
Like
teleport
statue?
there. Plenty of people will see us.
You start to hear horns in the distance.
I like that sound. Let's go.
Okay.
Got this, Bryn.
Now, teleport us to that statue.
Raising the torch above your head, as you've seen, or at least you've heard Coltung do numerous times in the past. That image of him raising this item above his head. In a fiery pop, the forest around you vanishes. The flames swell, but it's not hot. There's fire in all directions swirling around you, but you feel no heat. And a moment later, the cool breeze outside Sequin greets you as the flames drop. And that is where we are going to end tonight's session.